What is going on, comrades? It is Russian Pro Gunman, bringing you another Black Ops 3 gameplay commentary. We have a match of Safeguard on the map Hunted, and this special gameplay with the BANSHII energy shotgun. Since I just unlocked it, I'm happy to bring you guys this exclusive match of Safeguard, because I wanted to talk about how this game mode pairs with the class that you're about to see on screen. We have the BANSHII, Suppressor, Stock, Rapid Fire, MR6 Secondary, Fast Hands, Anti-Up, and Engineer as our perks. If you guys wanted to review the class more closely, you guys can pause in the beginning of the video. But anyways, we're just gonna get started right with the strategy. We're gonna rush on this right side of the map, and we're doing this to get into the enemy spawn as fast as we can and catch them off guard while they start escorting. And there we go, first kill of the game. Now the purpose of this video is to show you guys Safeguard if you have not played it so much, explain some of the strategies that I use to be successful in this game, and how you guys can implement those techniques into your game, and perhaps if you are lucky enough to unlock the BANSHII, then you can try using this class for yourself, and you can see if you can beat my score, or how well you can perform if you play a match of Safeguard like this. And you know, in this game I was going for as many kills as I could have, and I would really recommend it if you are trying to use, let's say, any of your favorite weapons. Maybe you're a sniper and you love the Lokis, or you're a shotgunner and you just can't stop using the Brecci. That's great. Try a match of Safeguard if you're going for the most kills, because it will allow you to have the most time to get those kills, since typically a match of Safeguard could have a minimum of 4 rounds, and that's actually the most rounds that you can have in one match. It is excellent because it's not too difficult to escort robot to other side of the map, so your team can win a round, and then your enemies will do the same. You're gonna tie, and then one of the teams is gonna have to set the fastest time. It's not always so quick, so you can have another 3 or 4 minutes that round, and then you have the last round, the final round, where the other team has to beat that time, and that time is the only time that is set for the rest of the match, pretty much. If it was confusing, just know that there are 4 rounds in one game of Safeguard. But anyway, I wanted to talk about my setup a little bit here, and share with you guys the tips that I can provide from the class, pretty much. We've got BANSHII, obviously. It's got the attachments of Suppressor, Rapid Fire, and Stock. One disclaimer real quick. I did make some mistakes in this gameplay, as you will see. Bunch of times that I die. But this gameplay is still special because we've gotten so many kills, and check out this part right here. I shoot at this guy with kinetic armor, but I can't kill him, okay? I wanted to talk about that real quick. So, pretty much, what kinetic armor does is that it adds 150 points of health to your person when you use it, and you regularly have 100 points, right? So that's a total of 250 points. And the BANSHII deals 101 damage at any range. So if you have 101 damage to deal on somebody that has 250 hit points, you're gonna need to shoot them at least 3 times. Which is why I couldn't kill that guy with just 1 shot. I needed to have hit him at least 3 shots with the BANSHII. But anyways, I wanted to talk about my attachments today, okay? I'm gonna talk to you guys about this, so maybe you guys can learn a few things about why these attachments are important, okay? So first of all, we have Suppressor. It's a bit easier to use on the BANSHII as compared to other weapons, because you don't lose any range at all on this weapon whatsoever. That is one of the special features of the weapon, okay? You don't lose any range with the Suppressor, and you essentially have unlimited range with these energy spheres that it shoots. So you can get a kill from some dude maybe 5 feet away, or you can get killed like 500 feet away. It doesn't matter. Any range, the BANSHII will take down your opponents, just like this. End of the first round, we have 23 kills. But I also have the stock on my BANSHII, and it is an excellent attachment. I really recommend it on any class of weapons that you're using, but especially the assault rifles, submachine guns, light machine guns, those three mostly. Not on the shotguns, because you could be hip firing with those more often. One thing I do want to say, I should not have been using rapid fire on my BANSHII in this gameplay. You know, I've seen in-depth analysis videos on this on YouTube, and pretty much what the experts say is that for the BANSHII you have a fire rate of about 50 rounds per minute, which is terrible. Actually, that's the slowest firing weapon in Black Ops 3 pretty much, or at least one of the slowest according to my knowledge. That's about 1 round every 1.2 seconds. So it takes 1.2 seconds just to shoot one shot from the BANSHII. And check this out right here. Huge fail. So that doesn't happen to you guys. You're gonna want to double tap A as fast as you can. You just, you know, my stupid ass did not know that at the time of this gameplay. Which was, you know, actually a month ago or so. You know, I'm much smarter now, don't worry. But anyway, let me tell you about some things I do know. If you have, you're shooting around every 1.2 seconds, that is not good. So you think, oh, a weapon like this definitely needs rapid fire. Well, you know, Treyarch, they got real sneaky and clever with their attachments system in Black Ops 3, where the same attachment might have different functions across the various weapons in the game. So if you have rapid fire on the BANSHII, you're only getting 3 extra rounds per minute. It goes from 50 to 53. It is a wasted attachment. But let's say something like the CUDA, just suppose it has like 600 RPMs, rounds per minute, and maybe it goes to like 800 with a rapid fire. That'll be pretty good. Okay, like that'll be like 30% increase. That'll be excellent. But if you're only gaining 3 extra rounds per minute, rapid fire is a wasted attachment on the BANSHII, okay? Let me talk about my secondary, the MR6. It is a beast. We're done. See? That guy got dropped, this guy got dropped. We're done discussing. It is absolutely the most powerful pistol in Black Ops 3. And some of you guys might not believe me, because it is the first pistol that you unlock in the game, but check it out. HCXD absolutely eliminated. What I mean is that you can get kills with MR6 in 2 to 3 shots, and that's it. And even at close and medium range, it is really, really effective. Well, maybe not complete medium, but you know, the starting medium range. It is the pistol that deals the highest damage in the game. It is a really worthy secondary, and frankly, I'm actually quite surprised that they don't use it more often in the competitive series, you know, or the MLG and all them, you know, players and during the Codex P. From all of the games that I've seen on that Labor Day weekend, the pros, they were using RK5 secondary. And RK5 is really good too, don't get me wrong, but I just think MR6 has got to be a very close rival, and I think a lot of times MR6 can actually outgun the RK5. Depends who's using it. You know, different professionals could be lethal with all kinds of weapons. Finish off the second round with 43 kills. As you can see, we're just racking up the kills in this game. But to talk about the class even further, we also have fast hands, pretty explanatory, self-explanatory, because I'm not using quick draw on this class. But for you guys, I would recommend that you swap out the rapid fire on the class with the quick draw. If you're gonna be planning to use this class, swap rapid fire for quick draw. You have a BANSHII and you want to try this shit out, because this could be a lot of fun. You know, if you start off the round like this and you get these 2 rushers on the right side strategy here, because they were trying to prevent me from entering their spawn, and they got smarter and they figured out what I was doing. But you know, we've got our care packages, and this actually brings me to my second and third perk, anti-up, just to earn all these score streaks faster. It's pretty essential for Safeguard, where you don't get a lot of score for your kills or your whatever, besides for destroying the robot. There we go, triple kill Hellstorm. So you're gonna want to be using anti-up if you want to earn your score streaks in Safeguard. Honestly, across all of my classes, whenever I play Safeguard, I'm gonna be rocking the anti-up. We use the Engineer to be able to double tap care packages mostly. However, it is very handy for being able to see enemy score streaks and equipment on the map. A lot of times in Safeguard, you guys are gonna notice HCXDs coming at you left and right, and with Engineer you're actually able to see them, which is one of the features that I did not know about for the longest time, because I wouldn't bother using Engineer, you know. I'd go with the Dead Silence Awareness combo with my headset very often, and I would also go with the Blast Suppressor. Those three perks, Dead Silence Awareness and Blast Suppressor, they have to be some of the most handy ones for perk 3, but apparently Engineer is also an excellent choice if you're gonna be using it, so you can double tap care packages, see enemy equipment on the map, take down the score streaks. Actually, in the anti-aircraft class that I have, I also recently added Engineer, so I'm able to see, you know, the hostile raids coming in, the Reps deploy ships, hardened sentries, GI units, you know, motherships, but who the hell can see those? Everybody can. But sometimes you run into those kinds of situations, let's say on a map like Redwood, where you have these really tall, redwood trees, you know, they actually call them Picto Douglas trees. You know, they're the ones that live between 700 to like 1,000 years. Some actually pretty cool trees if you want to Google, find more about them. But those trees are so freaking tall, and you know, the tops are so wide that you can't even see, you know, the vegetation growing, leaves, whatever. You can't see these raids, you can't see the Reps deploy ships on Redwood, which is why a lot of the pros, they tell you, hello, goodbye. Anyway, the pros, they tell you that the Wraith and the Reps and whatnot, maybe your score streaks in general, I would say it's mostly the Wraith and the Reps. They go in so hard in the Redwood map. It's absolutely incredible. So for your anti-aircraft class, I would highly recommend Engineer. Okay, that's the moral of the story. I would really recommend Engineer. But in this gameplay, it does help me with some of the care packages, but I did end up getting unlucky. As you saw, I swapped out like UAV for like counter UAV a bunch of times. Not exactly great improvement, but we're doing the best we can here, using the BANSHII, which actually requires a lot of your accuracy, a lot of precision. A bunch of people that were lucky enough to get this weapon, maybe they told you they don't enjoy it so much perhaps, but that is because it takes a lot of accuracy, a lot of skill, and I would agree with people that say that this is the most difficult shotgun to use. But you know, you have to calm yourself, take it easy, and just try to aim as best you can, lead your shots in certain situations, and then this shotgun becomes an absolute wrecking machine. I mean, as you guys will see at the end of this gameplay, I get a very respectable amount of kills, and this was a huge amount of fun. I had, you know, 100 games with this weapon flew by so quickly, whereas, you know, 100 games with a really great weapon, let's say like the Razorback, that would be very boring, because I would just be annihilating everybody non-stop. But you know, with the black market weapons, when they introduce something very interesting like energy spheres shooting out of your weapons, as in the BANSHII or the Rift E9, it's a lot of fun. Never do that. Never swap a really good streak like a Hellstorm, like a medium tier streak, for... just never double tap that shit, okay? You're gonna end up with UAV or counter UAV. I've really noticed that pattern with care packages a lot. If you drop them and you know you're already getting something pretty good, just take that already. Don't double tap it with Engineer, because you're probably gonna get something worse. But if you just get like UAV or counter UAV, maybe HCXD, double tap that, you could get reps. I've done it many times. I need to talk more about the strategy or Safeguard? Pretty much, it's quite simple. The spawns in Safeguard are very predictable, okay? They're gonna be the same every time. Basically, your team spawns on one side of the map, the side that you start on, and the enemies will spawn right on the other side. So, the technique really is not to be escorting the robots so much, because while you do get 50 score for every 3 seconds that you escort, you could be getting a lot more XP if you just go for kills. Now, if you're close to your score streaks, alright, go ahead and escort the robot, but keep in mind that the more you escort the robot, the closer the game is to ending, okay? So, what I do is I would like to keep the game going as long as I can, so I can get as many kills as I can, potentially start like a bit of spawn killing, so I get even more and more XP. And here, look, hater, I double tap it. UAV, don't, maybe I just got unlucky this game, but don't, who the hell double taps a hater anyway? I don't know. I was going a little bit crazy in this gameplay, noticed I was getting so many kills, and then I got to my head, I was just making the incorrect decisions, honestly, and then I noticed how many kills I have, and there was a bit of pressure, and I started missing some of the shots, but that was an absolute beautiful 2-piece right there with the Banshii. Definitely requires a lot of skill, a lot of precision to aim, but pretty much push the enemy spawn as much as you can. As you can see, I turned back to reload, but I know these dudes will be spawning in front of me, so I'm gonna keep trying to kill them and keep pushing, keep rushing back to enemy spawn, get as many kills as you can. This mode, Safeguard, is the best for gun kills. Check this out. Total 77 to 40. 77 kills at the end of this game. This is, and these are gun kills. All of these were gun kills pretty much. Maybe the 7, I did get some kills with Hellstorm or whatnot, but at least 70 kills with Banshii. Maybe some with the MR6 as well, but majority gun kills, lots of XP. Here are the medals I got after the game for you guys that are interested, seeing how the XP was broken down. Got 9 double kills, 14 survivors. Check this out, 20 long shot medals for 5000 XP. Long shots were actually the most valuable medal I got during this whole game. They're worth 250 XP each. This isn't double XP or anything, this is just standard. And this is sometimes why shotguns can give you a bunch of extra experience. Not only for one shot, one kill medals, which are only worth 100 XP each, but these long shots, which are 250 XP each. The total amount of XP at the bottom left is 32,000, just about 31,215. XP earned, 281 score per minute, 1.92 kill death. Absolutely beast amount of kills. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. Here's an overview of my weapons, and check out the accuracy on the Banshii. What the hell is this? Treyarch, I know it's the end of the cycle, a Black Ops 3 cycle, but you've got to keep working on your game at least a little bit. You know, clean it up, add some really cool new weapons in the next update. Really hope they do. There's still room to put in the MP7, the M27, and of course, the Soviet ballistic knife. I cannot wait for this, and I really hope that it does come around in the next weapons release. But I know you guys enjoyed the video, so leave me a like, comment down below, please subscribe, tell your friends. Have an excellent day, guys, and до свидания.